Insecurity. We cannot track or monitor criminals using NIN. Pantami. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. The Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Pantami, has said that his ministry and the agency under it cannot go after criminals using individual details on the National Information Management Commission NIMC database. Pantami said tracking and monitoring criminals using the National Identity Number is not part of the mandate of his ministry or that of the agencies under it, but that they can provide such services if required by any security agencies. The minister spoke while fielding questions from journalists at the press conference heralding Digital Nigeria Day 2022 on Monday in Abuja. According to him, it is not my mandate. That is why in all the 8 priority areas, I have not been given anyone to do with that. We only initiated it, that's the NIN, to support security institutions, but it is not a priority. It is only out of patriotism we did it. If you provided food to your visitor, whether he eats it or not is your issue. What is important is to provide. We have provided. We have sanitized the database. We made it mandatory. Whether they utilize it or not is not my responsibility to go and investigate. It is not our mandate to start tracking, saying this is a criminal. We are not a security institution. Our job is to only provide a platform for them, which we have done voluntarily. Whether they utilize it or not, I do not know, but I have never been contacted. There is no crime that has been committed in which we failed to provide either the details required or the location. Pantami, however, stated that there have been certain success stories associated with the NIN which are not disclosed to the public for confidentiality and security purposes. There was a certain thing that happened in Abuja. Through that database, it was curtailed 100%. But we cannot explain the process and strategy so that we do not compromise. And security issues are not for media briefing like this. They are highly strategic and confidential, he said. So I don't understand why the security agencies were not going to contact this man, or what he's telling us now, Johnson the Johnsons. Because I was saying, what is the essence of BVN? What is the essence of NIN? If somebody cannot be tracked down, as in criminal activities cannot be coped with these things, then what is it? Then tell us all our go queuing for, go stay for line for 8 hours, for 10 hours. Some people even use 2 days, do their own, some 1 week, some 2 weeks, some even 1 month. With the money involved, they tell us something like that, you just go. Now what for these people? These people don't get chill at all. And I even hear that they are bringing another one next year, saying they are going to be changing our ATMs to what they call money cards, or how do they even put it? They are bringing another one next year. I gotta go help us. Okay. Then why did you waste our time and resources on NIN? 1 4 step forward, 100 step backward. Okay. Because if you ask me, if I thought that particular NIN issue was solely made so that they can track down criminals. Except the one time they say they know the criminal, they just know they go after them. Except that is what they are trying to say to us. Then what is the essence of NIN? APC government failure in no ramifications. God will judge you. Okay. So this man, Pantami, is saying they can provide information on Shubon, but that is not their sole work. Then I'm asking, why have they not made it such a priority? Why has the government not made it a priority that, okay, work with these particular people so that now work go there easier and better? Now I won't understand. Then why introduce NIN to us so that he will keep recruiting foreigners into the country? Then what is so much noise about the NIN at a time security is paramount in Nigeria? My dear, if you ask me, I don't know who I go ask. Why did you block my line? This goes to show how shallow some of his ministers are. They don't block all block lines by your ministry, since it's not that necessary now. They have introduced another one. They now pass the buck. No one wants to take responsibility anymore. Pantami should resign. Criminals cannot track criminals. That is the gospel truth. Like I said, something fishy is going on. It's either somebody is not telling us the truth here. Because I don't see why. There is no how you want to tell me. Do you know that it was after when we did our BVN that people's money started disappearing from their accounts? Can you people remember? That it is why we did our BVN, or why we don't have BVN. We don't have what they call infinite fraud. We don't have them calling you, before you know, one money will just disappear from your account. So all of a sudden, waiting cause them? BVN came and it became so rampant. Even worse that you will go to your bank and they will tell you that they don't even know what the money meant. Your money will just come off for your account. I know the case of a particular, not even one case, not even two cases, many cases where some people, their money don't miss for their accounts and they then go bank will even tell them with all audacity that they don't know. I borrow you money, may use the business. You tell me, say, you don't know where you keep them. Hey, this country, We do not need you to monitor criminals through ÇR1M1ÑÄLS. What we need is state police to flush out imported criminals. Alhaji Sulaiman Akabi, Abiola Kings, Salami. Oh, okay. But my own is, if it's not going to better the country, make the security better, not going to do us any good in any way, then why introduce it? Why put a deadline on it? Why give people, how many people get high BP on top of this matter? Many people lost their line now. Many people, they lost their business line. They lost good business because of this. And we are coming out now to tell us the super story of you cannot track because it is not in your... My God. May God give us people that will not be wasteful as these people, because you see the BVN, you see the NIN, I still ask myself, waiting make all the plenty issue come out. Every year we're dealing with one issue. If it's not NIN, it is BVN. If it's not BVN, it is one they're introducing again. Okay. When you do not know your work or lack the knowledge, or you do not want it done. Well, according to him, he's saying the government not being work with that. Say there is no time they have called him and say, okay, help me track this thing. No, that he has not tracked. But the thing is, it is not his purpose. My own is, if it's not your purpose, then why were people stressed? That is my own. The government, him and the government, this Pantami has to tell us. There's something they are not telling us. So they have to come and tell us why we wasted our time. Some people even use the money to do theirs. Yes, now. There's a time to do NIN. This one is not a matter of shiri. To do NIN, you pay 10,000, you pay 5,000, you pay 3,000. And do you know how many people they extorted money from? I beg. This issue, this Nigeria, I don't even understand anymore. The federal government is the only criminal in Nigeria. Okay. Because me, I don't see. If you ask me, these people in this sitting administration, I think majority of them needs to go so that they are going to drill out information from them. Because I don't understand why they are so nonchalant about things. Look, in the midst of all the things happening in Nigeria, CBN wants to even change. They want to change the face of our currency, as if we don't get many expenses for our hands. So that one now getting your expenses currently common. They have not told us what is going to be used for. Nigerians say we need a leader who is really genuinely wanting to come in and make this country better again. Alright, in this note, we have come to the end of it.